In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the current conditions. We're going to be going into the upcoming pattern and talking a little bit about some of that upcoming severe weather as well. Let's just get straight into things. And first things first, we're taking a look at our current radar imagery. There is a little bit of activity here that you can see across the Rockies, but for the entire western half of the country, it appears here that that is the only bit of activity ongoing. Outside of that, I mean, it's relatively quiet here for the West Coast, even for the Northern Plains. Really not a whole lot going on, but once we work our way east there in the eastern half of the country, we see quite a bit happening for the south central United States. Obviously, potential flooding taking place with these large areas of moderate to heavy precipitation, even some thunderstorms in there as well. We have some showery activity that is moving out of the upper Midwest and Great Lakes there. And then there's in general some showers just around here in between. So let's go ahead and zoom into all of these different regions. First things first, we're going to take a look at our northern Rockies here. As you can see, we do have a bit of precipitation. It's moving in this direction, so kind of a spiral here, but we do see that there is some rain showers, and then as it moves its way into higher elevations, we're seeing those snow showers taking place. Same story up here for the northern Rockies. We see some of that snowfall here in the higher elevations. We're seeing rain in the lower elevations, things of that nature. As we work our way into the southern Rockies here, we can see that there is plenty of showers taking place in here as well. South of Denver, we see snowfall for Colorado Springs and some surrounding regions there along I-25 and especially to the west of I-25. We're also seeing some rainfall along I-70, and then we're seeing also some rainfall there on the western half, or maybe even the western fourth there of the state also. Now, as we work our way up here to the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, we can see that there is just some sporadic showers taking place for all of these different regions in here. Very isolated and for the most part very light. We're seeing mostly greens in there, not yellows, which is indicating lighter to maybe moderate rainfall, but really nothing too crazy, and they are very, very spotty at this point. Now, it's quite the opposite here as we move down into the south central United States, where there just looks to be a ton of crazy thunderstorm activity down here, especially here for coastal Texas, as well as coastal Louisiana here. We're seeing quite a bit of that activity there. Even some thunderstorms along this corridor in here as well for the deep south in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, even up through Georgia. And then behind it, we're seeing a lot of sustained heavy rainfall there for Arkansas, Louisiana, portions of Texas as well. And this is really where just potential flooding is going to be a big concern with the amount of rainfall that's going to be possible with this type of a storm. We're definitely going to be watching for flash flooding, but not only that, just like long-term flooding that takes place over hours and hours and hours of rainfall taking place. Keep that in mind. We're going to see inches and inches of rainfall with this type of an event for most of these areas. So we're going to be watching for that over the course of the rest of today. Now, as we work our way a little bit further northeast, we can see there is some showers here for Kentucky, Tennessee. These are mostly lighter. And then we see these areas of here of some heavier showers. We saw one of those there over there, but mostly this pocket in here. And throughout the day today, we're going to see quite a bit of activity moving up east of the Appalachian Mountains. So there is going to be those just potential thunderstorms taking place. We also will see some moving in through like this. So these ones are mostly going to move in like this. And then we're going to see quite a bit of activity moving in from the west as well. So overall, should be a little bit of an active day here along the eastern United States with some thunderstorm activity. Not everybody's going to get hit, but I would say about half of everybody's going to see a thunderstorm somewhere near them. We do see some sporadic showers, one here for Maine, and then here in eastern Pennsylvania and portions of New York and New Jersey. We're also seeing quite a bit of some spotty showers in there as well. Well, anyway, that's it for the current conditions. That's from West Coast to East Coast, everything that's going on at this point. What we're going to do is we are going to move on, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming events here on the modeled guidance. Now, here we are taking a look here at our upcoming conditions. We can see there's a lot of storminess here in the eastern half of the nation. We can also see that the jet stream looks about like this. So we are seeing this ridge still over the eastern United States, bringing warmer temperatures, and that's going to remain in the area for quite a while, actually. We do see some colder air flanking in behind, and this will eventually push all the way through to where our warmth is now. Hard to explain, but the cold will eventually move down here. The warmth will eventually head out. We're going to see this go all over the place here on this model run, actually. we can just see this flare up of storminess. This is going to happen quite a bit as well, especially over this short range. This is about 11 p.m. tonight on Sunday, May 22nd. We can see as time moves on, we get quite a bit more of that as we head towards Monday night. So this will be 2 a.m. on Tuesday, May 24th, but basically Monday night, obviously, quite a bit of storminess here over the southeastern corner of the nation again. Same thing for Tuesday night. Again, just this area really seeing this flare up of storminess. We do see quite a bit of snowfall here for the Rockies still. Colorado, Wyoming especially there, but also Montana, Idaho, Utah, probably also northern New Mexico seeing some of that. By the time we're reaching in through Wednesday, we can see that this huge storm just really takes over here for the eastern United States. It's located about here as a 999 millibar low pressure center, but we can tell that there's just tons of storminess associated with this low pressure system here, and that's again by about 8 p.m. on Wednesday. As we head later in the day on Thursday, this will be 8 p.m. on Thursday. We can see this cold front really reaching into these regions. Now a 995 millibar low pressure center. You can tell that this is a cold front kind of stretching down. Warm front is over here. So the eastern seaboard is probably still seeing some warm temperatures. Also the northeast here. But there is a lot of cold behind this really pressuring in. And that's what's causing a lot of this storminess there. And by the time we're reaching Friday time frame, we should see some cooler temperatures likely in the eastern half of the nation here. We do see some storminess beginning out in the northwest also by Friday afternoon. Again, May 27th there. And then Saturday, May 28th, look at how quiet things are. I mean, we do see some storminess up there, but generally a pretty quiet pattern we find ourselves in. Sunday, also fairly quiet. The northern United States seeing some storminess, but in general, just very, very quiet. Monday here, May 30th, we're not seeing a whole lot going on. And by the time we're reaching Tuesday the 31st, Wednesday the 1st of June there, we do start to see some more flare-ups here of some of that storminess moving in to the eastern half of the nation again. So that is when we're going to begin to see these storms really picking back up according to this model. All right, now that we've broken that down, let's take a look at the total precipitation real quickly. And first things first, if you're anywhere in the whites, you're expecting no precipitation over the next 10 days. If you're anywhere in the grays, it's under 0.1 inches of precipitation. Greens will be 0.1 to 0.5 inches of precipitation. Blues will be 0.5 to an inch of precipitation. Yellows will be an inch to 2 inches. Reds will be 2 to 6 inches. And then your browns there, we see some of that for Kansas, Missouri, and Iowa as well. That is where we expect about 6 to 10 inches of precipitation to be possible over the next 10 days, which is a very, very large amount. For total snowfall here, look at how little amount of snowfall is expected over the next 10 days. We are really wrapping things up in a hurry here. We can see that in the grays, we're expecting a dusting. If anything, blues will be 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. Purples will be 6 to 10, and then your pinks will be 10 to 20, but we don't see any pastels. That would be 20 inches plus, though, if we did see any of those pastels. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to move on, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming temperature pattern, and then we're really going to dive into the upcoming severe weather. Now, here is the current temperature setup. We can tell that there's just a ton of cold air bottled up here, and we can tell where the warm is separated from the cold here. And as we head towards this afternoon, you can see things are really going to heat up along the eastern seaboard here. Really, really warm day today, Sunday, May 22nd. Cold is rapidly approaching, though, and by the time we're reaching about Monday, we can see this cold air has really already worked its way in quite a bit here to the eastern half of the nation. But really a majority of the country here outside of California is dealing with colder than normal conditions by Monday evening on the 23rd. This is by Tuesday, the 24th. We still see a lot of this cold air around. We do see some neutral temperatures, I would say, for the eastern half of the nation. Still very warm for California, though. And by the time we reach Wednesday afternoon, we can see more warmth building in for the east. So the East Coast is really just going to take its time warming back up here. We really see this cold air for the central United States as well, but the warm air is kind of increasing day by day here for the eastern United States. But we are seeing a cold front rushing through, but we're still seeing these warmer conditions here. This is that cold front we saw and identified here on our precipitation. We do see tons of warmth here in the western half of the nation as well, so a huge ridge out there. But by the time we're reaching about Saturday, look at this. Cold moves its way into this western region, and that forces the warmth to the east. And then we basically see a warm-up here for the central and eastern United States there by Saturday, May 28th. Sunday, May 29th. Look at how warm things are getting. Jet stream is looking about like this. So we see warm air surging in again to the eastern half of the nation, and then cold air surging back down to the west. Just like that. Monday, May 30th, things are really heating up, especially here in these darker reds where temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. And then by Tuesday the 31st, same exact story here, very, very similar look. So that is how we end things out. Honestly, we're going to be seeing this warm-up come to an end. We're going to see things cool down. They're going to slowly warm back up. We're going to see a cool down, but then in the very long range, towards the very end of May, into the beginning of June, things actually look very warm here in the eastern half of the nation. Things are going to be equally confusing out west, obviously, as we have big cool down, big warm up, and then big cool down again, and then a bit of a warm up. So things are just going to be flip-flopping for every part of the nation, it appears. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to move on, and we're going to take a really quick look into that. Now, thankfully, we don't have anything above a slight risk over the next 4 days expected at this point, but here's today, Sunday, May 22nd. We have 2 general thunderstorm risks, one there for the Rockies and then one there for the southern and eastern United States. Those are indicated by the lighter green regions. That is where we expect general thunderstorms, but anything is possible, so heed every watch, warning, and advisory as always. The darker green region is going to be our marginal risk of severe weather, and that's from Louisiana east through Florida and Georgia, and all the way up the east coast up to Maine. And that is where we expect isolated severe weather to be possible. Now, for the yellow region there for Pennsylvania, New York, up through New England, that is where we have a slight risk of severe weather, and that's where we also expect scattered severe weather to be possible there throughout the day today. For tomorrow, which is going to be Monday, May 23rd, we can see that we have 2 general thunderstorm risks again, one there for the northern Rockies, and then one there that looks very oddly shaped. It takes up a lot of the central United States and the southeastern United States. That's where general thunderstorms are expected again. We have our marginal risk down there for Texas, where we expect isolated severe weather, and then the yellow area there, that is where we expect scattered severe weather to be possible. For day 3, this is going to be Tuesday, May 24th, we have 1 general thunderstorm risk, one very large one there in the lighter green, where we, again, expect general thunderstorms. A marginal risk there that looks like it's hardly moved from the day prior on Monday, and then we have a slight risk there in the yellow again, which again also looks like it has hardly moved since the day before as well. For day 4, we do have an extended outlook here for Wednesday, May 25th, here for Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. We do expect a slight risk of severe weather, at least on that date, there for that yellow region. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we are at a 4 out of 6. Really, there's nothing too prominent happening in the short range, and a lot of what we focused on today is in the long range, so we're at that kind of medium confidence. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Craich, James Wade, Dovey Nagel, Larry LePan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I would also thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley McCool, Alyssa Catbite, Charles Dennett, Bill Dallas, Garys, and John Khaleesi also. I'd also thank our channel members, Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.